Well, all right, it's time to go in the dugout, sponsored by the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association. And let me just say, it's always a pleasure to get a chance to talk with the head coach at Grosse Pointe South over the past 20 years. Just his program, 6 Final Fours, 3 state finals appearances, 2 state titles, the last one coming in 2018. He's a longtime chair of the MHS BCA All-Star Game. Dan Griesbaum, I always appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us, Lauren. We appreciate the association with state champs.
All right, well, we appreciate it very much. And I love the motto. I read this that you have at Grosse Pointe South. Tradition never graduates. What's the meaning behind that?
Exactly. Well, I saw that originally, Lauren. I stole it from our friends at Cincinnati Moeller. There was a sign in their workout facility, their indoor workout facility. And I saw that and I said, you know what? That says it all right there. That says it all. And by the way, Lauren, not to correct you, but this is year 39 for me at South.
No, I do. Yes, I do know that. It was just saying, like, just your record over the past 20 years. This is what you guys have done. So yeah, but I appreciate
it's
that.
really what we've tried to base our program on. That no matter what the year, no matter how many returning starters or not, tradition never graduates. And that's usually what I tell people when how are you going to be? I said, tradition never graduates.
There you go.
We always expect to be there.
All right, and you can correct me again if I'm wrong on this information. I believe you started coaching at Grosse Pointe South in 1984.
Correct.
You played college baseball at Central Michigan, where you were team MVP as a senior in 1975.
You got that correct.
All right, good. All right. I know that you started as a coaching assistant, I believe, at CMU, but talk about the decision process way back when on why you decided to really take serious the profession of coaching.
Well, at Central, first of all, as I said, I had the opportunity to be a grad assistant. The head coach then, Dave Kylitz, asked me if I was interested in doing that after I was finished. And I really thought about it and said, yeah, that'd be something that I'd really be interested in doing. I was able to get my master's at the time. Right away, my wife, we were married at the time, and she was not finished yet with school, so it was a perfect opportunity for me to get my master's, coach the freshman team. They had a freshman team at the time, and for her to finish and for me to get some coaching background. So it really did help me along in terms of my career.
And you always just wanted to stay at Grosse Pointe South, huh? Never any other opportunities to explore?
I never really seriously looked at anywhere else. It was just a match made in heaven for me. I've never regretted for 1 minute not going to do something else. I did originally, Lauren, when I was at Central as a grad assistant, I thought, I think I'd like to coach in college. But unfortunately, they lost a position in the PE department, and I couldn't be rehired. All the coaches then, Lauren, had to be teachers. They had to be instructors, assistant professors, whatever, which they do not have to do now. But they lost a position, so I came back down to the Detroit area, and the Grosse Pointe job, physical education job, opened up in 1979, 80, and I was hired then, and as I said, it's been a match made in heaven ever since.
All right. Oh, if I could see the hairstyles back then on your team the first year you stepped in, I bet it would be something special. Well, you are, since then and over the years, you are an MHS BCA Coaches Hall of Famer. You've got well over 800 wins now. What keeps you coming back each and every year?
It's the kids. I love the kids, love the competition, love the community. The people that I play against are great. We're playing in the MAC Red. Great guys, great teams, excellent competition. I love the association with the board. We've got some great people on the MHS BCA board, and it's just a lot of fun. And I can't, as I said, I can't imagine doing anything else. It just keeps me coming back. But again, mainly it's the daily contact, everyday daily contact with the kids that's pretty special.
Well, we want to talk All-Star games, but before that, give us an update on the Blue Devils this season. How's the team doing? What are expectations right now?
Well, currently, right now, we are we've won at least a share of the MAC Red title. We're 10-3. Stevenson is right behind us. They're 2 games back. So we have 2 left with Eisenhower. They have 2 left with Romeo. So we have at least a share of it, and obviously we hope to clinch that today if we play with the weather. Tomorrow if not. So season's gone very well lately. We started out a little shaky, played some tough competition in Ohio, played LaSalle and Moeller and so on. Played De La Salle earlier, and Detroit Edison, and Grosse Pointe North, some real good competition. And it took a while for our kids to get acclimated to varsity play, but since then they have, and we've really kind of caught fire the last few weeks. We won the last 2 series against Stevenson. We swept Stevenson 3 and then Dakota 3. Which we've never done before, ever.
Wow.
The MAC Red, it is tough to sweep anybody,
for sure.
Period.
For sure.
Because the teams are so good from top to bottom. Maybe not quite where the Catholic League is, but we're up there. And we, as I said, we've got 2 left to go.
Yeah, well, that's outstanding. And I think it's important to mention that every year, I know this has been something that, you do year in, year out, and that is to try and schedule the toughest competition you can. Regardless of what your record's going to look like at the end, your team is going to be better for it.
Exactly. I want our kids to see what good teams look like. They're going to get better playing good teams. And again, I don't care what the rankings are beginning of the year, during the year. The only ranking that matters is in June. So
that's right.
we give a lot of kids an opportunity to play. I've got 25 kids on the roster again.
Right.
And a lot of the non-league games, we give those other kids an opportunity to play. For instance, we'll have a triple-header tournament this Saturday, another triple-header tournament next weekend. And all the kids will get an opportunity to play in those games.
Yeah, that's outstanding. That keeps the game thriving too, and gives an opportunity for everyone to get on the field, and that's awesome. Well, state champs like we did last year, they'll be live streaming. We will be live streaming the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches All-Star Game this year on Monday, June 20th at Comerica Park. We have 2 All-Star Games this year. Even more opportunity for seniors to get a few final swings of their high school career. I love this idea because there's so much talent in the state that just having one game leaves out a lot of guys who would normally maybe get an opportunity to participate. How did this come about, getting this second game at Comerica?
Well, again, as you said, Lauren, there are so many talented players in the state. We wanted to basically honor more kids and wanted to try and figure out a way to do that. So I approached the Tigers with the possibility of having 2 games at 4 and 7 and 7-inning games. So what we're going to do is we'll have 18 kids per squad. So that's 36 in the 4 o'clock game and another 36 in the 7 o'clock game. And as I said, it enabled us to honor more kids. And even though you're always going to leave some good kids out, we've got about 55, 60 nominees on each side that the coaches, we have 8 coaches on each side now, 4 for each game, and they will decide this week who those 36 players are for each of the teams on June 20th. So it's still going to be a tough call to pick the teams, but certainly we're going to be able to honor more kids. There's about 20 D1 kids nominated for each side. So 40, about 40 in the state. So what this game is going to do is going to be able to enable us to honor maybe more of the D2 and D3 kids.
And is that how you guys are going to play it out, where you'll have kind of a D2, D3 kind of game, and then you'll put the super prospect, whatever you want to say, a Division One game?
Basically, the coaches will try to pick. I don't want to call it an A and a B team.
Right, I know.
You might want to call it an A plus and an A team.
There you go.
That kind of thing.
I like that.
But that's what we're probably going to do. The 4:00 game may be the A game, and then the 7:00 game, the A plus game. We'll call it that.
That sounds good. So the nomination period has ended. You guys are now going to be getting into the selection process, and that's going to be announced next week. We'll make sure that we get that out there too. How will the fans be able to get tickets?
Okay, tickets will be at the door only. They'll be for $10, and that will include our annual program book, which has been a great souvenir. Pictures of all the kids, coaches, and it really is a great keepsake of the event. And every adult that enters the park will get a program book for their $10 entry fee, and kids 12 and under is only $5, but they will not get a book with that. So any adult, quote unquote, 13 or older that enters with the $10 ticket will get a free program book included in that from the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association.
Oh, I love it. So you're going to have some 14-year-old kid tell his little brother, "I'm the adult. You are the kid." So that's awesome.
You go.
Yeah, that's always great. The fans who go to the 4:00, will they be able to stay for the 7, or are they going to clear?
Yes, they will. It's one ticket for both games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we're going to have your son be on the call for one of the games. So at least
terrific.
One of the games. I know we're working that out, Jeremy Otto and Griesbaum Jr. So the Griesbaums will be represented at the Comerica Park festivities. Dan, thank you so much for joining us in the dugout. Good luck the rest of the season. Maybe we'll see the Blue Devils at Michigan State in mid-June, but I know for sure, regardless of that, we'll definitely see you at Comerica on June 20th.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me, Lauren. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Take care.
Take care.